this is Kana Shimmy from 918 The Fan, and I'm here with Tony Oliver, a very experienced voice actor, a director, and he works with Bang Zoom on all their workshop. It's a pleasure to have you here today, Tony.
Thanks.
Yes. I want to know, first off, how did you become a teacher after voice acting for so long?
Well, it kind of came about in an odd way. I was getting to the point in my career where I kind of wanted to give back. And the timing was just right. You know, timing is everything in show business. And Bang Zoom had just started doing this workshop series because they were getting a lot of questions from people who wanted to know how to get into the business. And it just so happened that they asked me to do one, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I really loved working with the people. I loved, you know, the aspect of giving back a little bit, because I didn't get here by myself. I had people help me. And it just sort of grew from there, and now it's turned into this whole Adventures in Voice Acting workshop thing, and we're doing them all over the country, and it's a lot of fun. And the other thing is, by teaching, I learn more.
Right.
So the more I teach, the better I get at my job. So that's
very
pretty
nice.
cool too.
So it's a learning experience for both of them.
Yeah, it's an added plus.
Now, how did you get involved with the Adventures in Voice Acting documentary? Because you were also in that as well.
Right. Well, when Bang Zoom decided to do this, they went about looking for over 100 people to interview.
Wow.
And I happen to be one of their directors, and I direct a lot of stuff for Bang Zoom, as well as doing some voice acting. So I happened to be there, and they happened to ask me to do it along with everybody else. I was very honored. So it was nice of them to ask.
Well, we loved seeing you in it because it was really a very awesome insight into the industry itself. But how was directing? How did you get into that? Because that's so much different than voice acting, it appears.
Well, yeah, directing I got into out of, I like to joke, out of fear of foreclosure. Acting, especially voice acting, can sometimes not be very steady, and I have a family, you know, with kids and all that stuff, and it was just kind of the natural progression of things. I actually left voice acting for a while.
Oh, wow.
And went into radio and just kind of left the business for a little while. When I came back as a writer and a producer. And through that, I got into the directing booth and found out that I get the same joy out of directing than I get out of acting.
Oh,
that's
nice.
Cool. So I could do both. And it was a steadier job, and people wanted me to do it. So I got into that, and I've been really fortunate to really direct some great projects. And honestly, you know, when I do some of these things, the companies, Bang Zoom in particular, they give me these casts that make my job really easy.
Now, you've voice acting, directing, and teaching. Is there anyone that you prefer above the other?
Not really. I mean, I've always been a producer. I was the development producer and head writer for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So I got to produce a television show for network, and each one has its own thing. For producing, I like because you have a lot of control. And you really get to drive the project and really control it. Directing, I love because it's the creative storytelling, and all of us who are actors and artists tend to be storytellers. So that's what it's, and I love the acting because that's the paintbrush that you really tell the story with, and it's really satisfying. I don't think I have one that I prefer over the other. I guess if I had to choose, I would probably direct, because then I get to work with wonderful actors, and that's fun too.
Oh yeah, that's very nice. Now, you mentioned the Power Rangers. In 2007, you announced a documentary. Is that right?
Yes, that's temporarily on hold due to a lot of problems. I'd rather not discuss.
Okay, that's fine. we can skip that one.
We can skip that.
But are you working on any future projects besides that project that was on hold?
Yes, I'm currently voicing. I'm doing some voices right now. I'm currently playing the role of Ukiora in Bleach.
Oh wow.
I'm doing an original cartoon called Gormiti, which will be animated to. We rather than anime where you dub it, this is actually originally in English, so they animate to us.
So you can go as crazy as you want.
Yeah, and I play Obscurio, who's a very deep villain, so that's kind
nice.
of fun.
That's cool.
And I'm about to start directing a video game, which I can't tell you what that is, but we are starting. And then in a couple weeks, I'll begin directing Eureka 7, the movie, which I'm told is going to go theatrical later this year, and I'm really excited about that, to get the cast back together.
Well, our staff is really excited about Eureka 7. Yeah. I have one more question to ask, and that's about, you showed Magna Carta 2 in your panel. Now, how are you involved with that? Are you a voice of one of the characters, or can you not talk about it?
No, I can. I actually directed that, which was a long process. Like I said, there's 8,000 lines of dialogue in that game. It's a huge RPG game. It's wonderful. The people who wrote it are really something else, because I had to read every line. So I had to read the whole script.
You must have got stressed.
Yeah. We had a lot to do, but we got it done, and it's gorgeous, and I'm told it's coming out a little later on this year. So.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to plug for our fans? Want them to know about your website or anything?
Yes, actually, I'd love to. We are. If you're interested in being a voice actor, or interested in finding out about being a voice actor, please check out www.adventuresinvoiceacting.com. You can get the Adventures in Voice Acting DVD there, which I love. I don't get a dime out of it, but I really encourage people to get it. But also you can find out about our workshops. We have the Adventures in Voice Acting workshops, which occur mostly in Los Angeles and the Burbank area, but we're now doing them all over the country. I'm doing them in Baltimore in a couple of weeks. We're doing them in San Diego. We're trying to set up stuff down out in New York. I did one in New York last year, down in Washington, D.C. And these are one-day intensive workshops on how to be a voice actor, the basics of acting, the basics of voice, and we actually spend time in a real recording studio dubbing anime and showing you how to do that.
Well, that must be a wonderful experience for newcomers too. And I appreciate you being here with us.
Well, thanks.
This is Tony Oliver. I'm Kana Shimi, and we're reporting with 918 The Fan. See ya.